Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, my name is Leanna. Today's video it's a hard left. It's very different from what I normally post. I will show you how to make like a cheap synthetic wig that's like $19.99 on Amazon look super real. So, okay, let's just like put this on so you guys see what it looks like before, or so I have footage of what it looks like before. Alright, so without further ado, let's get into the video and let me show you what I'm going to be doing to this wig to make it look perfect. I will be using concealer, powder, scissors, tweezers, and whatever other sharp objects that you guys want to use for this is completely fine. Okay, so first things first, what I want you guys to do is look at your hairline. What is this? Like, do you see a bump over here? Like, unless like I go and bang my head against something real quick, you're not gonna see shit here. Like, this is seamless, beautiful, perfect. So we're going to have to take care of this part first. It's a rubber scalp. What you want to do is you're gonna have to cut in here, and you are going to have to unfold it and cut it. Listen, this is like my first time working with a wig like this. So yeah, are my scissors. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna grab a pair of scissors, like little scissors. You could do a razor or whatever you want to use to cut this, and you're just going to carefully cut in here. You know, and just like rip this little thing part open. Yeah. Cut by the seams over here, like you see the little seams, just cut around it and cut this part out. You need to get to the silicone part. That's the goal of cutting that whole thing. So yeah, you're actually gonna cut all of this out. You're not just going to be cutting inside. I thought if every wig is made differently, so I don't know what kind of wig you guys might have, but this one is, I guess, very well sewn. And it has a lot of stitches, but I have to get in there, so I'm just going to keep cutting. So instead of cutting on the inside, you're gonna wanna cut it completely out so you can go like this, because the goal of doing this is we're going to try to make the wig lay out flat on top of our head, so it looks like, you know, you don't have like a bump here. It's completely flat, so we're gonna try to make the bumpy part look flat, and I'm also going to be tweezing in a natural hairline. So like I did over here, this obviously had, you know, that little sewn and laced part to keep it covered and give you that bumpy edge. So you're just gonna wanna, honestly, I don't know why wig companies do this. Like, they could just literally sell it flat for us. Like, they just give it to you to make it so much more harder than it really needs to be. But yeah, so you're gonna do this. You wanna basically cut it open so you can flip the plastic part open. This is kind of disgusting. There's like a bunch of disgusting glue in there. I honestly thought it looked like bed bugs. Yikes, I don't know. So after you have this cut and flipped open, you are going to want to get rid of this part over here, because when you put it on top of your head, you do not want the lace, you know, just like chilling. We're gonna also add some baby hairs to make it look really natural. So without further ado, let's go and cut this part out. And be very careful when you do this. I've seen people use a razor. I like to use little scissors. You're basically just going to like go in here and try to pop the stitches that hold this together. You see what I mean? I guess you can just, once you cut like one stitch, you can just pull it apart gently. Make sure not to pull so you don't ruin your wig. But do you see what I mean? Like, I don't know if you could tell in here, you're just gonna wanna basically cut the thread that held it together. Easily pull this off. See what I mean? Just go like this. Okay. Gently. Okay. Perfection. So now you have, woo! Now you have something to work with. So now this is going to be laying flat against your head. If you have hair that are pulling out of this, it's shedding, it's completely normal. Like, this is way too much hair to begin with. Like, no one walks around with like a full head of hair here and just like your nose being exposed, so that's totally fine. So I'm actually going to flatten this out, and to flatten this part out so it sits flat on top of your head, you might want to grab a straightening iron and just keep it at like 200, no higher than 300 degrees to just like flatten it out. The reason is that a lot of synthetic wigs cannot handle like high heat because it's not natural human hair. So I'm just gonna go grab my flattening iron. Okay, so I have my flat iron set here to 250 degrees, just so I don't Fahrenheit, so I don't you know, burn and do more damage to the wig. So you're gonna want to take your wig like this, make sure that it's flattened, and just grab your iron and gently press. Like you can even hold it upside down to make it easier to flatten it out. Now this part we need to flatten. Okay, so what I also think you're gonna need for this project is obviously wig glue, but I don't have any right now, so I'm just gonna try to improvise and maybe use hairspray. But okay, so this, you see this part, how it's just laying out flat right now? You can keep flattening it out with your straightener or an iron, or even a steamer will work, until you get this part pretty flat. And then what you could do after you get it flat is use wig glue to glue it down. I don't have wig glue, so I'm gonna have to go and look in my bathroom to find what I can use instead. And I'm going to start tweezing this to make it look more natural, and I'm also gonna be giving this baby hairs. So I'll see you guys in a minute. And it's like, also a lot of us don't have, like, you know, mannequin heads. So if you have a roller that you use for a gym, like to after your workouts to roll out like your back, they will do just fine. Like, it's whatever, it's not that big of a deal. So now you are going to take a few of these hairs and just pluck them out. Now, some people say you can rip them out, but like, I honestly would advise you to use a pair of tweezers to do it. So just grab a pair of tweezers. The best ones are kind of the angled ones because you could control your movement a little bit more. So take a look at how your natural hairline actually is and take a look at this. Like, it's kind of similar, but I want a little bit more. So I'm gonna just tweeze the hairs away. Honestly, guys, if it gets really hard for you to tweeze, you could just grab, honestly, like grab like a few hairs and just pull. Just pull. Easy. So I figured that you can't really put concealer on here because it won't stick because it's rubber. So I decided to take a darker color eyeshadow and just kind of give it the appearance of like roots, so it kind of will blend with my hair when I decide to do something that I've never done before. And I'm kind of scared, so you guys are all gonna see this on video. But so it's just like, you know, just paint your wig. It's okay. Pick a color that matches your hair, that is the closest to your hair, and just give your wig a paint, you know? Pablo Picasso at his finest right here. Woo! So it's like, kind of looks legit. But the good thing is, if you don't like it or if you mess up, you can always wash this out with like probably soap and shampoo and water. Just keep going until you have like the roots that you want. Gave my wig a little bit of roots. Okay, so now I'm just gonna do something that is like probably not like the smartest, no, not the smartest decision I'm gonna do, but you know what? For the sake of this YouTube video and for the sake of helping you guys and myself, I'm just gonna cut this part out. I'm literally just gonna cut this out and use my goddamn own hairline. I'm not doing it to the camera just because I'm scared. I cut it, you guys. Oh my god, this is so nerve-wracking. But I feel like this might honestly make it look a little bit more natural. I'm gonna have like this little cutout over here. Oh, hey, okay. So what I did is I applied darker eyeshadow to the roots to kind of match my real hair. I don't know how real it really looks, but it looks a lot better than before. Then what I did is I grabbed hair mousse and I just rubbed it in my hands and I pressed it flat. And honestly, by pressing it flat, it made it look a lot better. Now, these wigs are super cheap. They don't even have the clips to keep the wig in place, which is crazy. But I also think that by adding baby hairs to this wig, I can make it look a lot better. So if you don't have a razor, use scissors. Like, that's literally what I just tried doing. I'm obviously going to try to fix this a little bit more. I just want to see what it's kind of gonna look like with baby hair. So I'm just gonna grab a little bit of hair, maybe even less than that, and just grab your scissors and with the sharp part, just go like this. Just don't hurt yourself. I I feel like I look so stupid right now, but I swear it worked like 5 seconds ago. Ah! All right, maybe just grab a razor then, or maybe that's not the sharp part of the scissors. Is there like a sharper part of the scissors that I don't know about? They're fabric scissors. Whatever. You could do it. I just did it. It's just not doing it on camera right now. This sucks. You could also just cut it. Like, it's that simple. But okay, so another thing that I did was kind of give myself a little face frame. Like, obviously, you don't walk around with hair like this with your nose exposed. So I grabbed little pieces and just kind of like cut the hair to make it look a little bit more real. And don't be afraid. You know, this wig has a lot of hair. Yours does too. It's like you're just gonna grab a piece and just kind of grab your scissors and on an angle. I learned how to cut my hair actually in quarantine, so I kind of got really good at this. So I'm comfortable with cutting my own wig. If you're not, ask a friend or look up a tutorial. Hey you guys, are you ready? So this is what it actually turned out. Now, I don't know if it looks really like that realistic. You know, you could just like screw around with it. I'm not a very patient person. I have ADD. So I was just like, okay, like, can I just get this done? Can I just get this done? It took me 2 hours to put this together. It's not that bad. Honestly, would I go out like this? I mean, honestly, like, why not? Like, I don't care. Like, obviously it's a wig, and if you can't tell that it's a wig, then, you know, great. But if you can, then whatever. Everybody's wearing a wig nowadays. I wanted a blonde wig. I was not expecting this wig to come out looking this good. From the hairline that I have right now and the roots that I have right now, I honestly did not expect it to come out like this at all. I was just like, I'm gonna fuck up this wig. I'm gonna waste the $20. I'm probably not even gonna put this vlog out. So I'm actually pretty happy and amazed with this. And you know what? I'm actually gonna go and wear this out and about. And if people like say, nice wig, or I'll be like, yo, thanks. Like, you want me to, you know, make you a wig or something? Is it that noticeable? I don't know. Leave a comment down below. Let me know how I did. My first time ever transforming a cheap synthetic wig into this.